keeping people against their will, putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about.
Buckle up, because Jaguar Wright just dropped some seriously wild details about a rumored tape involving none other than Beyoncé. And no, this isn't your run-of-the-mill gossip. This is a scandal that's shaking the very foundation of Hollywood. If you've been out of the loop, let me catch you up. When the feds raided Diddy's homes earlier this year, they allegedly seized hundreds of tapes. One of those tapes, reportedly, it features Beyoncé in a compromising and highly inappropriate situation. And now, Jaguar is saying this tape is not just real. It's already been sold to an anonymous billionaire who allegedly forked over a staggering $50 million to get his hands on it. I mean, $50 million for a single tape? That's more than what some blockbuster movies make in a year. But here's the kicker. It seems like Beyoncé is done with the speculation, because her lawyers just served Jaguar Wright with a cease and desist. They want her to stop speaking on Queen Bey's name immediately. But, as we all know, Jaguar Wright is not the type to be silenced. She's got tea to spill, and she's not holding back. Now, let's be clear. We haven't seen any actual footage from this alleged freak-off yet, but a few leaked photos surfaced online recently, and oh boy, the reaction from the public has been intense. These aren't just your typical scandalous party pics. What's being suggested in these images is far more sinister. King, one of Diddy's alleged victims, released these photos, and if they're anything to go by, they paint a pretty disturbing picture of what went down at these infamous parties. But those who claim to have seen this rumored Beyoncé tape are saying it's even more shocking than we could imagine. So what really happened at these events? Was Beyoncé truly involved in these underground freak-offs? For years, rumors have swirled about her alleged participation in Diddy's infamous parties, but until now, there's never been any concrete proof, just whispers. But with this tape reportedly out there, possibly in the hands of someone who's already paid millions to keep it under wraps, people are starting to ask some serious questions. The story first gained traction when attorney Ariel Mitchell-Kidd, who's representing a victim in one of the many lawsuits against Diddy, revealed some jaw-dropping details. Ariel shared that her client's experience was eerily similar to other women who have accused Diddy of sexual assault. In these cases, the MO is frighteningly consistent. Drinks being spiked, women being taken advantage of, and an atmosphere of power and control where no one dared to say no to Diddy or his inner circle. Ariel's client met Diddy in 2018 at what was supposed to be a casual gathering with friends. According to her, everything started out fine, until Diddy arrived with his entourage. What followed was a nightmare. Ariel's client alleges that her drink was spiked and that she was brutally assaulted by Diddy and another man, while his assistant, Christina Coram, stood by and watched. The assistant, who has been referred to as Diddy's version of Ghislaine Maxwell, didn't intervene. She didn't even flinch. Ariel described the entire ordeal, painting a picture of fear and helplessness. Her client somehow managed to break free, running out of the house, screaming for help. A neighbor heard her cries and called the police, but unsurprisingly, the authorities didn't take much action. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that rumors have long swirled that Diddy has police and powerful allies in his pocket. Allegations suggest he's been able to use his influence to make sure things like this get swept under the rug. But here's where things get even juicier. Ariel went on to reveal that she was recently approached by someone wanting to sell her a tape, one involving a high-profile celebrity who had no idea they were being recorded. The celebrity in question? Fans quickly started putting the pieces together, and many suspect that it's none other than Beyoncé. The moment Ariel dropped this bombshell, fans went into detective mode. Beyoncé's close ties to both Diddy and Jay-Z were no secret, and rumors about her attending these notorious parties have been around for a while. Some even dug up an old interview with rapper DaBaby, where he talked about being in a room with Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyoncé. DaBaby claimed that Beyoncé introduced herself to him, which some fans now believe was more than just a casual introduction. And let's not forget the infamous cheesecake incident on Making the Band. At the time, it looked like Diddy was just flexing his power, making his artists walk miles to fetch him cheesecake. But in a recent interview, Freddie P revealed that the cheesecake wasn't even for Diddy. It was for Beyoncé. Apparently, she was at the studio that day, and Diddy sent the boys on that ridiculous mission to please her. That revelation has people looking back at that moment with fresh eyes. Was it all just for show, or was there something else happening behind the scenes? Things took an even darker turn when Jaguar Wright doubled down on her claims that the tape does, in fact, exist. In an interview with Piers Morgan, she hinted at the sinister side of the Carters, suggesting that they've been involved in all kinds of shady dealings behind closed doors. Jaguar didn't hold back, going so far as to accuse Beyoncé of being involved in the untimely death of Aaliyah, a claim that, understandably, caused shockwaves. But guess what happened next? Jay-Z and Beyoncé's legal team swooped in fast and hit Piers Morgan with the threat of a lawsuit. And what did Piers do? He folded, like immediately. He even went on air and issued a public apology, saying he was going to distance himself from Jaguar Wright. It's clear that the Carters are not playing around, but Jaguar is sticking to her story, and she insists that the truth is going to come out, whether they like it or not. Now, here's the twist. Jaguar claims that the tape featuring Beyoncé was bought by an anonymous billionaire. Yep, someone out there paid a cool $50 million to either protect Beyoncé or to keep this explosive footage under wraps. Who is this mysterious billionaire? And why did they pay such a huge sum? Are they protecting Beyoncé, or is there more to this story? Fans are split. Some think this is all part of a bigger cover-up, while others believe Beyoncé is just another pawn in a much darker game. What's undeniable, though, is that this scandal is blowing up, and it's not going away anytime soon. Diddy's lawsuits are piling up, with disturbing allegations involving minors, exploitation, and even trafficking. If Beyoncé is tied to any of this, the fallout could be catastrophic for her career, and for Hollywood as a whole. But for now, the biggest question remains. Is the tape real, and how long can it be kept hidden? Fans are already buzzing with theories. Some say the billionaire is just trying to save Beyoncé's image, while others believe there's a much darker motive at play. What do you think? Could this tape be the key to unraveling one of the biggest scandals in entertainment history? And who do you think this billionaire really is? Protector or puppet master? And just when you think the story couldn't get any crazier, 50 Cent has jumped into the conversation, and his claims are adding fuel to the fire. According to him, we've got it all wrong about Jay-Z and Beyoncé. In fact, 50 suggests that Beyoncé might be even more involved in the freak-offs than Jay-Z. He's spilling some major tea, claiming that not only was Beyoncé allegedly involved in these parties, but she's also trying to shift the blame onto Jay-Z, setting him up to take the fall when everything comes crashing down. This is huge because for years, people have seen Beyoncé as the victim in her relationship with Jay-Z, especially after he admitted to cheating. But 50 Cent is saying we've all been duped, that Beyoncé is just as messy as Jay-Z, and she might even be pulling the strings behind the scenes. He's got receipts too, and let's just say the revelations he's dropping could flip everything we thought we knew about the Carters on its head. So what's really going on here? Are Jay-Z and Beyoncé about to face one of the biggest scandals of their careers? Could this tape be the smoking gun that brings down Hollywood's most powerful couple? And why is 50 Cent so adamant that Beyoncé is the true mastermind? There's a lot to unpack, but one thing's for sure. This story is far from over, and it's only going to get crazier from here. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for our next video, where we dive even deeper into the shocking revelations about the Carters and the dark secrets that Hollywood doesn't want you to know.